last one. It's not really technically a new year. We are moving into a new energy. We're moving into the 7 energy, and the year of the, we call that rabbit. You can't make it up though. How are you going to have the year of spiritualities, number of spirituality with the year of the rabbit? Listen, I'm not worried though. I don't think it's going to be a bumpy ride. I feel like if you go, you got to move like the what do you call it? The full card. You know, and it's just got this little handkerchief with his little sandwiches and his little something, stepping off the cliff, stepping out in faith. It's just whoosh, whoosh. That's what it's going to be. It doesn't have to be a bumpy, uncomfortable ride, I don't think. I don't think there's going to be no eat me and big and smalling of ourselves, because I think that we have been absolutely given every instruction needed to step into this 7-year. Hazel's one. And hit the like button when you come in, lovelies. And I feel that, one more deck. I'm in my room today because when I tell you England cool, England cool. No, like, I don't think we have had snow so close to Christmas since I was a child. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I can't say that I've been celebrating Christmas like that, so to remember, but I really don't remember no white Christmas. I don't even think I've even seen that, to be honest. My mum was in white yesterday for church. My daughter was in white for the occasion. So today I was inspired by my daughter and my mum to wear white. And as I was just shutting everything down last night, I realised that my peace lily that I've had since 2019 is about to bloom a new flower. Yo, she hasn't had a flower. Her name is Lily. I wasn't imaginative with her name. She hasn't had a flower since I got her. I mean, she came with flowers and then she never flowered again. I mean, she's been flourishing and blooming. She's been repotted twice. She's been at home in the hair studio by the window, not too close, but you know, Lilith was in front of her, so she had a good amount of shade. And she was flourishing. And then I decided to move her. I took Kia's lily plant from the roof last week intuitively because it was going to snow. And I put her in the studio, and I took my lily. First of all, I brought her in here for a half a day, and I don't think she liked it. It just didn't feel right. She looked gorgeous here, but I moved her into the kitchen by the window there. And there she decided to bloom her first flower in 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. So the analogy is to not give up on something, especially if you've been doing it in the same way, had been in the same place, expecting different results, doing the same thing over and over again, hoping that this time it will work. So the moving of the plant was the moving of us, the shifting of perspective, the shifting of expectation. You know, letting go of expectations. I didn't expect anything more of Lily than what Lily was giving, and it was enough. And then once I accepted Lily for giving her best, being enough, she gave me more. She gave me more. And I feel like that's a theme that's got everything to do with the heart expansion I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. I feel like whatever you give, you get back more. more than you put out. And also another shifting of perspective is another thing that I did that was different. So the other day I caught Imani real quick talking about something to do with ancestral altars. I mean, I didn't catch much of it, I remember, but the little small, maybe 2 or 3 minutes that I did catch of it, she said that, you know, her parents had beef. So by putting them on the same altar, created a weird energy in her space. That's because I'm sorry, that's me. I'm not shouting like my normal shouting, so let me raise my voice. Thank you for letting me know, Schumann Renee. Thank you, or Shaman Renee, sorry. Thank you. I'm really on some like, I need to talk up. So, what I did was, my grandfather was married twice. Thank you, Louvo. My grandfather was married twice, once to my biological grandmother, and then when she passed away, she left him with 5 children. So he married quite quickly after, and married my step grandmother. And so the first picture I had, hey my Willow, the first picture I had, one of the first pictures I had on my altar was my grandmother. I only just put my biological grandmother and grandfather on my altar just maybe a year ago, and there was my step grandmother there already, and so I placed my grandfather by her picture and my step grandmother on this other side of the ankh, and she's in a picture with her sister. And the other day I was sitting, you know, as you do, and I was just looking at them, and you know, just looking at them as you do, and waiting for somebody to say something. And it was made clear to me that I needed to remove my step grandmother from my altar, because my biological grandmother felt some type of way. She felt that that's her husband and she should be next to him. And so for the last 3 days, my grandmother she's looking at me over there on a different shelf, and my grandparents are next to each other. And as I'm saying it, there's white candles on my altar. That's another reason I'm quite happy to be in my bedroom, so I wanted to be close to my altar today, if this is going to be the last 12/12 portal reading of 2022. And this is also a 12th day, so it's even extra more powerful. So it's the 12th of the 12th, 6, and it's a 6 year, so it's a 12th day on a 12/12 portal, so it's more potent. So yeah, so I've got my I love you too, Night 1. So now the energy in my room, because I'm the incarnation of my grandmother, right? So I have had issues with jealousy and issues with not feeling wanted or enough through a lot of my process. Hey Brooklyn Marie James. And so now that I have moved those, I swear to you, now that those pictures have been moved, that feeling has kind of, I mean, I've been working on it. It's been a work in progress, and I can't say that I entered into 2022 not feeling some type of way towards certain people. But in the last few days, and I'm talking about relationships, you know, like love ships and all them things. I'm not jealous of people like that. I mean, like, I can get jealous if I want the attention of somebody and they're giving the attention to somebody else. I can be jealous of the other person. Just being 100 with you lot, man. Come on, man. Because that's what we're here to do. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not in this bitch with you. I've got my issues. But, say all that to say, since I've moved my grandparents closer together. Lizzie within me is at peace. She just feels cool, man. She's kind of happy, and my grandma's happy too. My step grandmother, she seems quite happy where she's at. Everybody seems cool. Everybody seems cool. So sometimes there could be a little bit of a reshuffle needed within our spirit team, because we don't necessarily have to have everybody that we're assigned. We don't necessarily have to roll with everybody that we're assigned. And we can also call in others that haven't been assigned. We can do that. So, just be, it's about reshuffling, rethinking, seeing things from a different perspective, and just being fluid, being as open as we can in this time, as transparent as we can in this time. And so let's get into prayer, and let's do this reading. Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name, our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, timelines, and levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. We are the kingdom, we are the power. Divided we are weak, united we are victorious. And to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory forever and ever. Duanete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is, so it will be. Ashe. I invite my ancestors, my angels, my guardians, my Orisha, my guides from the air, of the sea, of the earth, to come into this reading and assist us on this 1212 portal, so that we can have a clear understanding about any messages that we need to know right now, right here, right now. Okay? Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay, so I'm doing these messages, right, on Patreon, these 5 aspects of the soul. And obviously, got to keep Patreon stuff over in Patreon, but I'm telling you, right, since I've done that, breakdown of the Wakanda movie, and I went to see it again yesterday with my niece and nephew, I have been feeling like somewhere along the line, the divine feminine energy has made a deal with the devil. And when I say the devil, I mean by name, not necessarily by nature. I'm giving myself chills because I don't know where I was going to share this. I was like, what are we going to do? We're going to do Wakanda Part 2. Or what? Or what are we going to do? We're going to break down Enki and Enil and Nana Sin. What are we doing? Because, guys, I've been feeling different ever since I did that breakdown. Really starting to really deep what we have been taught. Glorious day, MJ. What we have been taught in regards to who we believe are dark deities and who we believe are light deities, or negative, or there are words. It's the Maleficent. I can never say the word though. Maleficent, and what's the other word? That, yeah. So I am really starting to wonder, because remember last year when I was like, I'm not fucking with the moon, I'm not really coming here for the moon cycles, but the moon be fucking with me, drag me back. Yeah. Now I've learned while doing my little research on the whole Wakanda breakdown that the son of Enil, who is the last Yahweh, That's it, Maleficent. I couldn't even say it in the movie. I couldn't even, and I don't know which one that is. Is that the good or the bad? That's the bad, isn't it? And what's the good one? I don't know. But you know, I'm not going to start using words that I don't. I know what they mean, but I just can't say them. So yeah, so this whole Yahweh energy, and Enil being the Yahweh energy, that's the one, my love. That is the benevolent, that's the one. So I'm not even going to try it, but you know what I'm saying, innit? So yeah, I've been feeling like this Yahweh energy, this Enil energy, which I've always thought was the energy that was for humanity. But if that's been the Yahweh, and that has been the very same Yahweh energy that has been used to manipulate, to control, and to and being shielded on so many wild, dark shit, what then is the opposite to that? I mean, we're going down this rabbit hole. We're going into this 7 year, and if Enki is the Baphomet, or the Baal, or the devil, or whatever you want to call it, then why then did the divine feminine make a deal to protect it? Just asking. I'm just asking, because that's what I saw in the movie, but it's not only what I saw in the movie, it's also, you know, certain things that we know about, you know, the sun, and certain things about the constructs of time, and, you know, and Enki being the original Yahweh. And why then would it be okay if Enki was given that title of Yahweh to be taken by his brother just because, for no reason, and then be banished, and then be demonized? I'm just asking, blood. I'm just asking, because I'm starting to think that we've been hoodwinked and we've been had. And the very same energy that they call the devil, which they seem to be in worship of, is actually the good energy, and the energy that they've filtered out to the masses is the not so good energy, because it hasn't got us a blood clot nowhere, is it? I'm just saying. I'm just asking the questions, because I'm about to jump down this rabbit hole, so much so that I think I'm going to come off here for a hot minute and just do my own falling, my own free fall, my own fool's journey into whatever, and see whatever it is that I find. And obviously once I've got some better clarity, I'm going to come share it with you. Like, this music's making me a bit emotional as well. The music is it's Saint Germain's Violet Flame with Archangel Ezekiel, who has everything to do with the number 7, I believe. And that's a new archangel or angle that I'm about to get into that I haven't. Oh, thank you, Casey Jean. That's a new archangel I'm about to get into. I don't know much about Archangel Ezekiel. So it's come up quite a lot today alone. So I've been there, Brooklyn, man. I live there most of the time, but sometimes I come up for air, but I feel like I'm about to jump down and stay down for a bit. You know what I mean? So look back to this Nana Sin. So Nana Sin is the son of Enil and the son of Yahweh. And Nana Sin is known, his followers are known as sinners. And if we were born into sin, we were born into the energy of this Nana Sin energy. And so therefore, Nana Sin is also known as the god of the moon. So, like I said, I'm going to leave the moon alone for a little while, man. I'm just going to leave it alone. Even if it torments me, I'm going to leave it alone for a little while, because I really don't know what I'm dabbling in anymore, for real. in anything, to be honest. And hi Nancy, King's Lotus. I just feel like without fully knowing the things that I'm tapping into, I feel vulnerable. I feel very, very vulnerable. I feel very irresponsible in leading some of y'all into certain things. So I just feel like what I'm going to do is just, like I say, jump into the rabbit hole for a bit and stay there until I have more clarity about what it is and what the energies are that I'm dealing with, because my whole being is horrified in the fact that there's a possibility that what I've been told about the devil is not true at all. I mean, I even said that I don't think the devil and Lucifer are the same energy, and I feel like the Luciferian energy is feminine, and that it's the Venus star, and it's anything that comes from that space. And so therefore, basically what we've been told is that the feminine energy is a demon, which is, it's not surprising, and also I feel like with the Enki energy as well, coming from a very strong patriarchal standpoint, has done whatever it needs to do to survive. So if there has been a deal struck with the divine feminine, knowing that the divine feminine energy will rise up in these times, and its survival is depending on a coalition or an alliance, that wouldn't surprise me at all. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I really not talking loud enough? I'm sorry, yo. So I don't know what to say. I think I might take her back the charger. That might help. Is that any better? Because she's just been acting crazy. My electronics have been acting crazy, giving me vibes that we are going to have problems with our devices. Is that better? Yeah. We are going to start having problems with our devices and technology for a little while, as it also resets itself to align with the truth, because it is also, as you know, AI is programmed but also has a tendency to start to think for itself. So whatever is programmed, our artificial intelligence that we use on a daily basis has been infiltrated, and the reset has to happen with our technologies. So like I said, from a long time, and I'll continue to say it, stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. Make sure that you've got your important numbers, emails and contacts written down somewhere safe, and also try to pull away, try to do as little as possible on technology, be as reliant. I mean, here's me with fucking e-commerce all over the place, and relying on technology for my income in quite a few branches of it, but I still have a way to accumulate without technology. Make sure you have too. Alright, my loves. Alright, let's get into these cards, y'all. Let's get into these cards. And I'm sorry for the beginning piece being so quiet. It was because I had the charger in, because I didn't want to run out of juice. Alright, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So, forgiveness in this very important. It's a 10, it's new beginnings. I'm telling you, forgiveness. We've got red roses all over the place. Red roses being the highest vibrational flower in the world. But I'm noticing here on her bathtub, she has shells. Can you see them? She's got shells. Thank you. Holding up the bathtub, which is giving me ocean, the ocean energy. It's giving me Mama Yamea. It's also giving me this Enki energy, this Amor energy, this God of the sea energy. And I feel like there really is forgiveness being needed within the amongst the deities, amongst the unseen. I feel like their wars are, I feel like their wars have been going on for so long, for millennia, after millennia, and I feel like some of them are going to be coming to peace. So some that were viewed as villains will be actually coming in peace. What's the problem? What is the problem exactly? Will be coming in peace. So I feel like all of us as a collective, the children of those that were hard done by, and also the children of those that were birthed from the antagonist, we're going to be coming together and being like, can't you lot see no peace? Can't you lot see a way to kind of coexist without so much drama? Because look how out of hand this got. You get me? Now there's a whole galactic flipping federation coalition, like, because you lot can't get along. And we're all suffering because of it. And some of us are falling in love with each other. You get me? Some of the antagonists and some of the victims, children, we're falling in love with each other because we all want the same thing. We've all come here at the same time to be like, listen, you lot, stop already. Stop. And who told us that we can't tell them to do that? Because we're supposed to be mere mortals and they're gods and goddesses. Like, I'm here to beg you lot, stop with it now, man. It's ridiculous at this point. What are you gaining? Isn't there enough to go around? Like, the fuck? I'm tired. I'm tired, yo. I'm tired. And all fun and games aside, it's like trying to stay up in all of this, trying to stay 100% high vibe in all of this is becoming very, very tiresome. Very, very tiresome. You know, and some of you in your macros as well, there's these long feuding arguments that you're having with your family members, with siblings, with, you know, friends, lovers, whatever. It's just pointless at this point. You're starting to hurt people that are not even truly have anything to do with this shit anymore. You get? Why are you still fighting? Why are you still bickering? After everything we've learned about who we are and why we move the way we move, we still haven't found compassion and forgiveness in this whole bitch. We haven't done that yet. Listen, you lot. Because I'm tired, man. I'm really, really tired. And I'm sure you lot are as well. So, yeah, forgiveness. And then we've got homeward. Take yourself out on a date. And look where the date is. You need to get outside. I know it's freezing. I mean, it's cold in England. It's very, very cold, England. It's very, very cold. Probably very cold in many parts of the world right now, but we need to get outside and we need to give our petition. We need to give out our petition. Speak our petition into existence. Because with something or somebody's got to be listening to us at this point, because it's starting to feel very, very religious out here. Like, we just keep saying the same things. It's like we're literally telling you that Jesus is coming on the clouds. Like, there's going to be a rapture and and a return of, I feel like that's what we're starting to sound like now. You know what I mean? And it's, things just get darker and darker and darker, and I know things have got to get worse before they get better. I get that, I know that. But I also know that we are in control of our reality, and for as long as the collective consciousness is still in, or a majority of the collective consciousness is still in a state of fear, then that's what we're going to continue to experience. So I feel like we have to be a lot more disciplined with our thoughts, a lot more disciplined with the words that we use, the way that we speak over ourselves and each other. We need to be very, very careful now. We need to really start appreciating the beauty of this space that we live in, and stop always looking on the negative parts of our existence here. Put too much emphasis on that, and how dark things are, and how awful things are, and how ugly this place is, and how horrible the energy is. And you know, like I say, entertainers are out there to entertain us, and even if we're talking shit about them, they'd rather we talk shit about them, because it still gets the same goal. It still means that they're in control, and that they control the narrative and our thought process and what we should think and feel. It's all just one big giant psyop the whole time. And I'm really asking you now, not on a joke thing, man, but really seriously, like, mind your business. Stay out of it. Don't comment on nothing. Don't have an opinion on any of it. It's not real. It's just a game to keep your ass distracted. Who's up next? Let's look at this sacred destiny. Truth has to come out. Oof. See that face in the clouds? See it? Breathing life. Breathing the truth, speaking the truth into the atmosphere. Because it is, I haven't got my notebook. No, I haven't got my notebook here. I wish I did. Because then I could remember who. Because Enki is the god of the sea, the water, and it is Enlil that is the god of the air. The principalities, the communication, everything that's happening up there and getting into our beings. That's Enlil, not Enki. So again, I'm starting to truly ask the question if the one we call the devil or Satan or whatever is truly the enemy. Or at least, at the very least, maybe not a friend but an ally. I don't know. I'm just asking questions, because now I'm kind of numb to, you know, even to say Mother and Father God, who am I speaking to? Because one thing I do love about the ancients is that regardless of who came and when, they always come with a partner. It was only this new Abrahamic religions that don't, their main characters don't have female counterparts, but before that there's always a female counterpart. So who is Mother, Father, God, for real? Because both Enki and Enlil had wives. And there were people here before they got here. So again, this is why I'm asking you, like, what's good really? What's good really? That's my burning question at this time. And I feel like it's gonna take me some real personal time, perfect timing in this divine feminine energy to just really plant myself and see what grows. Start anew, allow myself to truly die and be reborn again. No tarot yet. Okay, we're gonna pull some tarot. Let's pull tarot on forgiveness. Paranormal. It says curiosity. It says curiosity. Am I making it up though? You know I'm not making it up, innit? Even red being the colour of said energy that we are talking about. But it's always been, if you think about what is the most seductive demonic force, they make songs about it, the lady in red. Nobody wants to be dancing with the lady in red, really and truly. When my man was singing about it, now I was a little kid when that song came out, but when I think about it, I'm thinking, shit, that shit was deep for man. You was really dancing with an entity that you had no control over. It's gonna fuck you up if you don't know the steps. If you don't know the steps. And we've been afraid to even learn and look at the dance steps because we're like, no, I'm not dancing with no devil, you're mad. What's the worst thing that the devil can do to you? It's kill you, innit? But there's no such thing as death. So really, what is the worst thing the devil can really do to you that the devil within you can't do to yourself? Let me just pull these cards and say nothing. It's not personal. It's Homewards, take yourself out on a date. I love it very much for us. The Seven of Swords. The Star card, sorry, because I've got the Seven of Swords next. It's the Star card. This is the age of Aquarius, yo. This is having one foot in the known and one foot in the unknown. This is one foot on land, one foot in the water, one foot in grounded in this space, one foot grounded in the other dimensions. Fully about this life and fabulous with it, might I add. This is you in your petition. That's you. Look at this 17. Look at this 17 again. This is you putting your petition out there and feeling that you have the authority to do so. Why wouldn't you? Who has told you that you can't? You ever tried? I mean, I'm ready to take the risk, you know, and speak to these gods and goddesses that have been warring for millennia, probably been warring with them in a few battles, probably been in a few battles with them still, but I want to speak on it now. I want to speak on it right now. And I want to be able to use my voice and my energy to create real change for all of us. And I want to speak to all involved. Even if some of those energies and entities are perceived to be demonic. Can't be more demonic than the demons that live in me, yeah? I'm gonna tell you that. Seven of Swords, treachery. There's been some treachery around, man. There's been some deceit. I'm telling you, there's been some deceit. There's been some real untruths spoken that's got us all fucked up. Hear me when I tell you, This portal is not to be played with. This time last year we were told that the meek shall inherit the earth. We were told that. And here we still sit watching certain energies still. I mean, there's been significant shifts. No doubt. And I have no doubt that is a truth. None whatsoever. But I'm like, what else we got to do already to make that shit really come together and play its part? I mean, we're coming into Capricorn season and we're going to really see some shit. Promise you. You know, Saturn is a feminine planet. Also was originally a feminine planet before it was intersected by patriarchy like this one was. Did you know that? Guys, we've got the Six of Cups, memories. We're going to start to remember some things. We're going to start to really tap into our past lives and tap into our soul, really speak life over these bones, yeah, and really ask ourselves, what's good? What do you really know? What is true? And are you brave enough to speak it? What is true, and are you brave enough to speak it? If I shuffle this tarot and the devil card comes out over the truth, I'm done. I'm just stopping there, okay? I'm just gonna stop there. Because if it happened to Lilith and Eve was supposed to be, even Eve wasn't even glorified. She was heavily demonized. She was just like her main character though. Hi MFV, my love. Okay, it was a good fair shuffle. Let's see who and what came out. The Empress. Truth and the Empress. But I'm seriously still not trying to make it what I'm saying it is, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do that. But I'm just looking at her hairdo. I'm looking at this little fucker over here. Yes, MFE, Empress. Yeah, girl. Pregnant with some truths, man. Some things are going to be said and seen. We're going to give birth to some things, divine feminine energies. And that's all of you in here. Every single one of y'all up inside you. Your divine feminine energy is going to start speaking some truth. Might start speaking in some tongues, yo. Start speaking some shit. But really and truly, the deals that she's made in her past lives to get herself here are going to be spoken. Some truths have to be spoken. Some secrets have to be told. And out loud now, for the greater good of us all. Understanding. Symbol of an understanding or an agreement. Symbol of an understanding, linked hearts. Symbol of an understanding or an agreement. I'm telling you, there's been some type of deal with the matriarchy that was made with Enki. I'm telling you. And but it's been a secret. The divine feminine, I feel like the divine feminine energy would probably may not have, especially us new ones, if we had done the work knowing that we have made an alliance with this demonized energy, some of us wouldn't be fucking with it. Just talk the talk. Let's talk the ting now. But some of us always knew that the Yahweh energy wasn't the way either. I'm just saying, I'm gonna leave it here now. Because they got me really proper emotional, got me feeling very vulnerable, very exposed. heard of that in my life. It says trigonic quartz 23. 5 a change. Trigonic quartz. Thank you, Brooklyn Marie James. Trigonic quartz, the soul's code. The soul's code. Trigonic, we have never had this card, you know. Trigonic holds the secrets of the universe and rapidly expands your awareness of multi-dimensions. Trigonics are cosmic coding for the soul. Self-understanding, you are an eternal spirit on a human journey. As a result, you may feel that Earth is not your true home. But remember, made me feel very emotional. Wow. But remember that you are here for a purpose. Expand your awareness. Restructuring your physical and subtle bodies. Remember I told you about this restructuring and different perception and moving of, and you remember restructuring your physical and subtle bodies, beliefs and realities. Birth your soul fully on earth if you feel alienated. Meditation triggers your soul's full potential and purpose. In reintegrating fragments of your soul, you bring about the wholeness. Divination. Recognize the multidimensional breadths of your own soul. Remain honest to achieve success. Reach beyond apparent reality and karma. Let go of conflicts. Ooh. Ooh. Regeneration, soul contracts. Renegotiate soul contracts. Heal soul traumas and the etheric blueprint. Expel toxins from the physical and subtle bodies to download higher frequency spiritual energies and integrate the light body. Healing insight. Your soul provides everything you need for well-being. Frequency extremely high. Chakras, Soma, mid-hairline, Alta major, Soul star and Stellar gateway. Timing Aquarius and Pisces. Soul path, evolution to highest dimensions. I can see why they wouldn't let me wear no makeup today. Not a dot. Not a single dot. They said no. You can have eyebrows though. Guys. The name of the crystal was trigonic quartz. Trigonic quartz. You'll see that. My jeez. Guys, man. We have to do a lot of unlearning, it seems like at this time. And some relearning. And some honesty and allowing ourselves to really step into our truth. Thank you, Brooklyn Marie James. Oh find me over on Patreon. And you already know, playing the fall over on IG. So yeah, I'm going to be in those spaces for a little while, probably not even so much IG. And I will see you lot when it's time to see you lot. I love them all so much. The website's still popping. I'm going to drop a sale soon, so look out